July 1st is rolling around the corner, and that means new LEGO sets are dropping, new LEGO promotional items are coming, and even LEGO Insider Rewards that are going to be exclusive. So we're going to talk about all of that right here into today's video. Welcome on in, everybody. I'm your host here, Cristo from Stud City. We have two gift with purchases dropping on July 1st that we're going to talk about in today's video, as well as a really unique LEGO Ideas Insider Reward that you're going to be able to spend your Insider points that you just came off Double Insiders Week. Hopefully you banked up enough to get this Insider Reward because it's going to be one you don't want to miss. So let's jump straight into today's video. Now, July 1st is going to be a pretty epic LEGO release. There's only 5 LEGO sets, and I won't go into too much depth on them, but I will like to reiterate here that we are live streaming at the midnight release. We do this every single month as a community, and it's absolutely amazing. So on June 30th at the midnight hour, we are going to be live streaming right here, shopping together with you guys, all the promos, all these new sets, and it's a whole lot of fun. And you can already see chat's already buzzing about it. Welcome, Legion Bros, to the Green Name Nation, baby. All right, let's jump straight into the actual set builds here that are coming. The promos I'm actually really ecstatic about. So the first one here I want to talk about is a new LEGO Insider Reward. Now, it's called the LEGO Ideas Moon Car. And it right now says coming soon, but it's supposed to be dropping on July 1st. It is going to cost us 2,500 LEGO Insider points. And with that being said, it comes with 211 pieces. Official set name is 40789. And of course, this is one of the selected LEGO Idea sets that we knew about. We talked about it earlier on in the year in a video. But here is the original motto. And if you want to notice some major call-out differences, well, I just feel like one that sticks out to me is the sign. This is a brick-built sign versus the original design had like a printed maybe tile sticker. And I'm kind of glad they went with a brick-built version. I don't know. It gives it more LEGO, LEGO vibes. I don't know. I guess that's a word. We have basically the same build though. Like I think the characters are a little bit different. They're wearing like spacesuits here. But in the new model, we're seeing them in like different suits and attire. But there you go. They have a nice little bubble with them, a space shirt, and then the other guy I think is in green. So pretty cool. I think it's a fun little set, and I think it's going to be one that's going to be pretty popular. So I'm excited about it, and I really like the color scheme and the plaque that it's built on, like the stand. I feel like when LEGO includes brick-built stands, it just makes the model or display just so much better. So LEGO, good job on this one. I'm pretty impressed with it, and it's going to be a fun little set to add to the collection. Again, I'll reiterate this. This is going to come out July 1st. For a price tag of 2,500 Insider points. Unfortunately, we still live in an era where you can only claim one promo or one Insider reward. So yeah, if you are going to order it, anything July 1st, you'll only be able to use one code, sadly. But anyways, pretty cool set. And that's only, we're just getting started because we actually have a new promotional item that's going to be heading our way. And this one is also LEGO Ideas. Now, this is called Friendly Snails. Now, this set is going to be available if you spend $160 or more on July 1st. Official set is Friendly Snails from the LEGO Ideas team. Having that LEGO Ideas branding goes crazy. Set 40788 comes with 264 pieces. With that being said, LEGO values it at $25. I actually love this set. The snail gives me vibes from that mushroom house from Bricklink Designer Program sets. If you know, you know. But I like this one so much. It comes with a little printed bee element as well, which is not new, but still it's nice to see. And then you also have a smaller snail in blue as well as the larger snail in the brown color. Now, again, I mentioned this was a LEGO Ideas set, so if you want to see some of the discrepancy and differences, well, this one looks, I feel like, pretty fairly similar, right? I think like one of the biggest drawbacks from the new model that's going to be dropping to the original design is that we had the autumn snail printed on a tile. That would have been awesome to see here in the official variant and version, but it looks like we're not getting that. I will say the original didn't have a printed ladybug, but we do get one in here, so pick your poison. I think I'd much rather have the printed tile rather than the ladybug, but hey, that's just me. You also have different eye pieces on the brown snail. This one had the black ones here from like the brickheads, the Minecraft characters or even the Star Wars characters, versus now we have the white ones, and I feel like this one, I don't know, I feel like it works. Either way, I think it works, but for the most part, the model looks like it stays the same, pretty much. I feel like the color schemes, these are darker green versus lighter green. But anyways, $160 coming on July 1st, which I think is going to be really exciting because this is going to make up for a double promotional item stack. Now, this is going to be a good time to get GWPs and Insider Rewards, because you can get this one. You can spend 2,500 points and get the LEGO Ideas Moon Car. And not only that, supposedly You know, last year we saw $85 expenditure on the fireworks celebration, but this year, already preloaded on the LEGO website, which I'm assuming is going to kick off on the first, maybe even earlier, and I would assume it'd be the same price threshold. We have the Celebrations Ferris Wheel with fireworks. Now, this one's valued at $15 from LEGO, but it's 230 pieces. So for me, looking at it years past, right, this was the GWP last year during July 1st, and it went from June 28th to July 7th. We're rolling right around June 28th, but I would assume $85 will get you this one as well. So if supplies last, technically, it would most likely look like, because this will definitely be going on during July 4th, right? It most likely looks like we're going to be getting a double promotional item stack between this creator set, the Celebration Ferris Wheel and fireworks, which, don't get me wrong, it doesn't come with minifigs. It's not my, like, go-to promotional item, but I guess, you know, free Lego is free Lego, right? So if you're spending $160, you'll get both items, and it definitely makes it worthwhile. But the Friendly Snails being a Lego Ideas theme is one that I just have to have. So with that being said, I have to buy something on July 1st, and of course, like I mentioned earlier, we'll be doing it live right here on the YouTube channel. I guess the decision is, do I buy something new that's currently coming out, like either the Nike Dunks, the Battle Droid with the staff, which is potential maybe, the Shelby Cobra, the How to Train Your Dragon Toothless, or the Miles Morales. I don't know. If any of those sound appealing, I'm definitely going to go with the Battle Droid with Staff, but $140, I'd still have to spend a little bit more. I guess we'll weigh out our options on that midnight release stream. But I'm curious to see what you guys plan on purchasing during this time period to get all of these GWPs and Insider Rewards, as there are quite some good ones. I feel like July has been a slower month for LEGO releases, and it's been pretty notorious for the past years because, in all truthfulness, August 1st is rolling around, and that's where we see hundreds, like 150 to 250, somewhere always in that line of new LEGO sets dropping, which is absolutely crazy that we get that in 1 month. But as always, we'll be live streaming that as well right here on the YouTube channel. But July is going to be a little slower month. It's nice to see some good promotional items come. Maybe we can focus on some sets that are retiring at the end of 2025 rather than some of the newer sets that are dropping. I don't know, take that with what you will, but again, I'm very curious to see what you guys are going to be purchasing. I feel like one set that always comes to mind here is, you know, the Lion Knight's Castle. We have the Ninjago City Markets, the Daily Bugle, but those are way above the expenditure of $150. When it's like a lower threshold expenditure, I try to stay closer to that price tag just to get the ultimate bang for my buck, but I do need some of those larger sets before this year ends, and you know, when there's promo stacks, there's a good time to probably buy them. But again, we'll make all of these decisions as the time rolls around during that live stream. Anyways, that's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to give it a thumbs up so I can continue to make these in the future. Subscribe if you haven't already, and of course, well, join the Green Name Nation. First link in the description below because, well, highlighted name in chats for these crazy midnight release streams is one of the best perks available. But anyways, love you guys. Let me know what GWP or Insider Reward you're most excited for. And for now, we'll see you in the next one. I'm Christopher from Stud Z. Peace out.